Draymond Green getting AT&T. He took over in the fourth quarter in their last win, 71. Going to get 72 out to AT&T to Kristen Ludlow and Steve Smith.
Yeah, a big one here in San Antonio, and they're finally starting to arrive. They're finally joining us here at the AT&T Center. Steve Smith, I'm Kristen Ludlow. 39-0 at home for the Spurs. Potentially 73-9 for the Warriors, both NBA records. What is going to give tonight?
Well, it's fantastic that something has to give, Kristen, and we're getting a chance to see it live, and I'm getting excited. History is about to be in the making.
They're here now,
and
so
somebody is going to be disappointed. Somebody's going to be happy to continue their streak alive. And you look at it first started with the San Antonio Spurs. They want to defend. This game means something, and I'm glad it means something to both teams. Now you have San Antonio team that wants to defend home court, also send a message to the Warriors. You have not beaten us in the regular season since 1997. We want that to continue. Then on the Golden State side, they want to chase history. We understand that. But also, psychologically, Kristen, you want to be able to win a game in here in the regular season, especially if you get a chance to face them again and maybe in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, a 33-game regular season losing streak for the Warriors here in San Antonio. But when you look at the differences, these two teams played each other twice in the last month. They split that series. When you look at the containment of Stephen Curry, defensively, what is it that is working for the Spurs?
Well, I think for them is what they did in the game they won here, the San Antonio Spurs. They said, we're going to get into his airspace. We're going to make him make twos. That's totally different from when I played the game. You want guys to shoot threes. But in Steph's case, you want him to make other plays, make another play, get him into the lane. And if he can finish over our bigs, you give him a pat on the back. But you want him not shooting threes. You want him in that paint trying to finish over bigger defenders.
We've also seen the emergence of Kawhi Leonard as a legitimate MVP contender this season. A double-double for both him and LaMarcus Aldridge in that first win over the Warriors. Then 23 points for him in their loss. What would you like to see more of on the offensive end of the ball?
Well, I think for him is just put the pressure on the Golden State Warriors defense. And he does that. He scores the basketball. But I want to see in this game and games moving forward that I'm going to take over basketball against my offense. He can do it on the defensive end, and obviously his offense is going to another level. But I want to see him put people in foul trouble, and also now for him to start to gather the double teams like a Tim Duncan. Be that guy they have to come double.
One of the things we heard Greg Popovich say is that this is such an unselfish team. Talking about the Warriors, that it's not just about containing Steph. It's not just about containing Clay, but they're willing to give up the ball, and they're willing to share in order to win. So who do you see as potentially the X factor and what could be the difference in this game today?
You know, I think the game today, I think it's going to have to be Harrison Barnes, because I think there's going to be a lot of mismatches from all over with the Golden State Warriors. But I think right now Harrison Barnes is going to have to be the guy for me to come out, score the basketball, be aggressive, and obviously when the ball is rotated to him, to get a chance to either knock down the shot or be aggressive to drive the basketball for the Warriors.
You were part of not only a championship in San Antonio, but playing against those mid-90s Chicago Bulls. It puts into perspective not only how great that Bulls team was, but how good this Warriors team is going to have to be to get over that hump. Do you think that they do it in these next couple of games, coming off a one-point win last night, traveling to San Antonio, and looking to do it again over these Spurs?
I think they do. They want it. I think they're going to come out here and give a totally unbelievable 110% effort, and obviously we know Steve Kerr wants to limit their minutes, but I think the players will win out. If you're talking about a team getting a chance to go for it versus playing 35 or 38 minutes, players are going to play 38 minutes. I think Steve loses this one as far as the minutes.
So you think this drought here in San Antonio for Golden State is coming to an end?
I think so, Kristen. I think so.
There it is. That at least keeps it a little more exciting for the next couple of hours. We've got a whole lot more from San Antonio. He's Steve Smith. I'm Kristen Ludlow.